In 1991, Prince needed a hit, not just any hit, a song that would prove he could dominate a decade he almost lost. That song was Diamonds and Pearls. But before we get there, he opened this album with 2 tracks that most fans skip, and they're wrong too. Hello lovelies, the Purple Fam, and all the beautiful people out there. Hey, it's your girl Simone RC. Welcome back to Prince, the 90s series. If you haven't had an opportunity to watch the intro to Diamonds and Pearls, go check that out. We broke down the whole landscape, how Prince was counted out after Graffiti Bridge, how the new power generation changed his entire energy, how this album wasn't an evolution, it was a recalibration. Today we're going through track by track, starting with the first 3 songs of Diamonds and Pearls: Thunder, Daddy Pop, and the title track itself, Diamonds and Pearls. And what's wild, how different these 3 tracks are from each other, is that Prince basically gives you gospel, hip-hop, and a love ballad in the first 15 minutes. That's the range. That's the genius. Let's go. Track 1, Thunder. So the album opens with Thunder, and I need to let y'all understand, this is not what people were expecting from Prince in 1991. It is essentially a rock gospel anthem. And when I say it hits, picture this. The very first thing you hear are the drums. Not soft drums, not background drums. Drum programming that lands like a hammer on concrete. Then the guitars come in, and it's massive, arena size. Like Prince walked into a cathedral, wired it for electricity, and told the congregation, brace yourself. And then he starts singing about divine judgment over all of it. That's Thunder. The production is so layered. You've got the drum programming hitting harder than anything off of Graffiti Bridge, the bass sitting deeper, and these guitar tones that sound like Prince went to church and came back with a stadium. And here's what most people don't know. The Super Deluxe box set reveals a 10-minute version called Thunder Ballet. 10 minutes. Prince had a whole extended vision for this track that we never got to hear on the original album. But even at 5 minutes and 45 seconds, Thunder does exactly what an album opener should do. It sets the tone. It tells you, this is not the Graffiti Bridge Prince that you came to know. This is a man who came back with his best soldiers, his best ideas, and something to prove. Michael Bland, the drummer, who was only 19 years old when he recorded this, Prince had called his parents' house to recruit him. Bland was a theology student and was about to go back to college. And he actually asked Prince, "Do you think that I'll have some time to continue my studies?" Prince just laughed. And that guitar solo in the instrumental bridge, if you know this track, you know exactly what I mean. Prince doesn't ease into it. He steps into it. No warning. It's kind of playing that reminds you why nobody else sounds like him. Gospel energy, rock power, all in the same run. He's not just playing guitar, he is making a statement. We've seen that before. Thunder is Prince reclaiming his position. And he opens the whole album with it. Bold choice, but hey, that's Prince. Track 2, Daddy Pop. Now, if Thunder was church, Daddy Pop is completely opposite. This is where the new power generation shows up. And specifically, this is where Tony M enters the conversation. Daddy Pop is hip hop, straight up. Prince was calling himself Daddy Pop, bragging that everybody else wants to be him, wants to drive his car, sit in his chair. The confidence is ridiculous. And the shift from Thunder is immediate. Where Thunder felt like a storm rolling in, Daddy Pop hits like a party breaking out. Bass up front, grooves locked in tight. Tony M's voice cutting right through with that Northside Minneapolis energy. It's a completely different world, and that contrast is the whole point. This is the track where you really get to hear what Tony Mosley, Tony M, brought to the group. He said, you can hear a Chuck D vibe in this one, and he's right. That intensity, that conviction. Here's the backstory. Prince only discovered Tony M could rap by accident. Tony was doing Digital Underground's Humpty Dance backstage in Paris before the show. Prince walked in, heard him, and was like, hey, I didn't know you could do that. Tony got his first opportunity on stage in Germany, and he said his goal was to murder it so hard that it would be difficult for Prince to come back out. He never achieved that because it's Prince, but that competitive energy became part of the DNA in this album. And what's interesting, not everyone loved the rap direction. Prince's own engineer, Michael Koppelman, straight up said, I really don't like any of the rapping. But he also said, the record is true to who Prince was then. He wasn't making a record for Michael Koppelman. And that's the thing about Prince. He didn't follow trends. He absorbed them and made them his own. Daddy Pop works because it's fun. It's Prince saying, see what hip hop is doing? And I can do that too. But I'm gonna do it my way. With a bass groove, with a horn section, and with that Minneapolis funk underneath everything. The Super Deluxe Edition even has a 10-inch version that is absolutely pure joy. Same energy, extended, and it actually cuts Tony M's rap, which is a choice. By the time you hit that closing groove, you understand why this track works. It doesn't try to be a classic hip-hop record. It's Prince running hip-hop through the MPG filter and coming out on the other side with something nobody else could make. Nobody. 2 tracks in, and we've gone from gospel to hip-hop. That's the blueprint of this album. Track 3, Diamonds and Pearls. And then track 3, the title track. And if the first 2 songs were Prince proving that he could rock harder and rap better than people expected, this is Prince proving that he is still one of the greatest ballad writers who ever lived. Diamonds and Pearls, written as a duet with Rosie Gaines, and Prince himself said he vowed to never perform it with anyone else. That's how special this collaboration was. The opening of this song is gentler than anything that we'd heard in the first 12 minutes of the album. Piano, soft, almost still. Then Rosie's voice comes in. And in that moment, you understand completely why Prince was so protective of this track. Rosie Gaines was described by Prince as a tornado. Tony M said that when she opened her mouth, you could see the look of amazement on Prince's face. It took a lot for Prince to make that face. Rosie did it. And here's what's incredible about this recording. Tommy Barbarella, the keyboardist, said this was literally the first time playing with Prince. He had been playing with a gospel group called the Steels that were featured in Graffiti Bridge. Prince kept coming to see them with Kim Basinger, sitting in the balcony, freaking Tommy out. Eventually, Prince invited him to stay after a rehearsal, and they proceeded to record this song. His first session with Prince, and it came to be one of the most iconic tracks on the album. And that drum fill, y'all know the one. Michael Bland said Prince told him right before the second take, hey, put something in that space right there. Bland decided what to play in the second the record light went on. That fill became his calling card for the rest of his career. One take, one moment of spontaneous genius. And when Rosie hits that climax, if you know this song, you know exactly which moment I'm talking about. Prince steps back. He lets her take it. And it's not something Prince does lightly. He's always the show. But in that moment, he steps aside and says, go ahead. That alone tells you everything about how much he believed in her. That right there. That's why this album exists. Prince took a 19-year-old drummer, a rapper he discovered by accident, a gospel keyboardist he had been quietly watching from a balcony, and a vocalist who could make him look amazed. And he built something no one else expected. 3 tracks, gospel, hip-hop, and a love ballad. That's the range. That's the genius. And we're just getting started. Next episode, we will be continuing the track by track with Cream, Strolling, and Willin' and Abel. And trust me, Cream has one of the best backstories on this entire album. If you're rocking with the series, hit subscribe and that notification bell so you don't miss it. Drop a comment. Which one of these tracks hit you the hardest? Thunder, Daddy Pop, or Diamonds and Pearls? I want to hear it. Stay tuned. Big things are coming with Prince, the 90s series.